Well, folks, sometimes the news that circulates online, the whispers and the rumors, turns out to be the hard truth. Recently, many of you might have heard talk about Phil Robertson, the patriarch of the famed family. Unfortunately, the news that eventually came through wasn't what many hoped for. The reality is that Phil Robertson, a man who became a household name, has indeed passed away. He was 79 years old. This was confirmed by the people closest to him, his own family. They shared the news with the world on May 25, 2025, the very day he left them. Phil had been facing some significant health challenges in the time leading up to his passing. The family had been navigating this difficult period privately for some months. We'll delve a bit more into who Phil was, what he built, and how this news came to be shared. Phil Robertson wasn't just a face on a popular television program. Long before, he was an inventor and an entrepreneur. In 1972, he founded the Duck Commander Company. He invented the Duck Commander Call, a cornerstone of a multi-million-dollar business. Phil was a teacher and a commercial fisherman before his business success. He married his wife, Kay, when she was just 17. Their life wasn't always easy, and Phil was open about his earlier struggles before finding faith. First aired in 2012 and ran for 11 seasons until 2017. By 2013, it had become the most watched non-fiction cable series in history. Phil leaves behind his wife, Kay, their children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. His influence, both within his family and on his wider audience, is undeniable. The news of Phil Robertson's passing on May 25, 2025, didn't come entirely without some preceding context regarding his health. In December 2024, the Robertson family publicly shared that Phil had been diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease. This period would have been incredibly challenging for him and for those caring for him. The family's decision to share the initial diagnosis and then the news of his passing provided a clear and authoritative voice amidst any potential online noise. This approach offered a measure of dignity and truth to the situation. In times of loss, the words of family carry the most weight, and the Robertson clan stepped forward to share their grief and celebrate Phil's life with the world. The official announcement of his passing came on May 25, 2025, directly from the family through various social media channels. Phil's daughter-in-law, Corey Robertson, wife of Willie Robertson, posted a heartfelt message on Facebook. Following this initial confirmation, other family members shared their own tributes. Granddaughter Sadie Robertson Huff also shared loving messages, celebrating her grandfather's life and faith. Willie Robertson, alongside Corey, expressed their sorrow and paid tribute to his father. These messages painted a picture of a man loved deeply by his whānau. The family announced plans for a private service and indicated that details for a public celebration of Phil Robertson's life would be shared later. This provides an opportunity for the wider community of fans and admirers to pay their respects. It reflects a balance between private sorrow and public acknowledgement of a life that touched many. The internet is a funny old thing, isn't it? Information, or what passes for it, can spread like wildfire. When it comes to news about well-known people, especially those who are getting on in years or have had known health issues, rumors can pop up in the blink of an eye. This is particularly true for figures like Phil Robertson, who had a massive following and was known to be unwell. The way social media works means that a trending topic, true or false, gets amplified very quickly. In Phil Robertson's case, the family had been open about his Alzheimer's diagnosis. When the sad news of his passing was eventually confirmed by the family, it spread rapidly, but this time with the weight of official confirmation. This whole situation underscores the importance of waiting for official statements, especially when it concerns something as serious as a person's health or passing. In the case of Phil Robertson, his family ultimately provided that clarity, allowing for a respectful acknowledgement of his passing.